for a mud terrain tire update. Oh man, what a beautiful day. Oops, got my house shoes on. Take two. What a beautiful day. Global warming is definitely in effect today. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Having a beautiful day here in Northern Virginia. Got the short sleeves on, so I'm super excited about that. And Easter weekend is coming up, and we are coming up on 1 year of me having the 285/75 R16 Goodyear Wrangler MT mud terrain tires. And I just hit 10,000 miles with these tires with my tire rotation, the second rotation I did about a week ago. And I wanted to do a quick update video sharing my thoughts on them after having them for 1 year and 10,000 miles, and give you some actual measurements for the tread wear, since we all know while mud terrains certainly look fantastic and perform great off-road, not exactly known for longevity. So we'll do some real-time measurements and see what we're working with. I really can't believe I've had these tires for 10,000 miles already, which incidentally is the exact same distance Atreyu had to travel to reach the Southern Oracle. I don't know why I said that. I've had these tires in the dirt, in the mud, and sadly, they've seen way too many paved roads. A few people mentioned this on my video where I did the how-to tire rotation, so if you haven't seen that, please check it out. I will go ahead and link to it above. But a few people did mention to definitely be careful when you're rotating your tires to make sure they're not directional tires. And I'm back here so you can see, I know the Goodyear MTR Wranglers with Kevlar, they do look like directional tires, but they are asymmetrical. I know it's a subtle difference, but I did check on the Goodyear website to confirm this. And the way you can tell, obviously, if you don't trust the tread pattern, since these do look directional, it'll always say on the sidewall somewhere there'll be a directional arrow or something like that, text indicating which way the tire needs to rotate if they are those directional tires. And the only thing the Goodyears say is, I'm trying to find it here on the side, you can see it right here. All it says is this side outboard, which it does not say that on the inside, so whenever these are mounted, obviously this side needs to face the outside of the vehicle, so they are in fact good to go as far as rotating them front to back, but more importantly switching from the driver to the passenger side of the vehicle. Whereas if you did have any kind of directional tire, which I'm trying to think of a particular style or brand that makes them for like mud terrain tires, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there's got to be at least one or two out there. But if you do have a directional mud terrain tire, as far as balancing goes, you do not want to switch sides. You're just going to take whatever tire's in the front and bring it to the back, and then bring the back to the front on the same side. So just keep that in mind. As far as the actual current tread wear, I did go ahead and measure all four of these. I'll do one live for you real quick on this back tire. And again, I did just recently rotate these. I'll be using this cool little tool I got. I will put a link in the description below, of course, that you can use to measure your tire tread depth. You can do it in inches and millimeters. I found it's a little easier just to do it in millimeters, because for inches it's like a decimal readout. It's not like 16/32 or anything like that. So I made a quick conversion sheet on a sticky note, so I'll give you some conversions for that. As a base point, these tires did start out at 18/32, which is 0.5625 inches. So again, I measured all these, they're roughly even. This one right here you can see is 2.29, which is about 0.48 inches. So over the course of 10,000 miles, that's about a 2 millimeter decrease. I can live with that. That's not too bad. Again, these are mud terrains. Go go ahead and measure the back. You can see just push this down and then push it down. I do have, you can see, a bunch of sand and stuff, so I made sure I was getting a flat surface for the thing. You can see back there 2.25 and so on and so forth for all the tires. So they're wearing relatively even. So again, 2 millimeters over the first 10,000 miles, I can definitely live with that. I think I was looking online, and under perfect conditions, it looked like about the max number of miles you could get out of a set of, you know, aggressive mud terrain tires like these was about 40,000. And realistically, when I purchased these, and they certainly weren't cheap, but when I bought these, I figured if I could get 25 to 30,000 miles out of them, that'd be ideal. I could live with that and then, you know, get some new tires. Overall, pretty pleased after the first 10,000 miles with the tread wear. Again, these are certainly not designed to last as long as an all-terrain or, of course, a street tire. Okay, so of course the biggest question is, after 10,000 miles, after having these off-road a few times, would I buy these exact same tires again for my truck? And yes, absolutely I would. First of all, I love the way these things look. I love the stance they give the truck, both for the tread and the tire size I went with, which again, these are 285/75 R16, which is right at 33. I like that extra width. I guess it gives you a little more purchase if you're in something sloppy. Of course, the biggest drawbacks of tires like these are they are not going to last forever. And the road noise, it's a little loud, but if that bothers you, you might want to go with an all-terrain or something else, but that doesn't bother me at all. I kind of like it. And the biggest inconvenience it is for me is when I used to do videos. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, I used to do a lot of videos on the inside of the truck while I was driving. And since I put these on, it sort of makes that hard because you can sort of hear the thrumming from outside, and it sort of drowns out my voice. So other than that, I mean, I love these tires. I will probably get the exact same tire. Well, not exact same. Maybe for my next set, I'll go up to the Dirty Fives and jump up to that. But that's a whole other thing with, you know, cutting to make those fit, re-gear, all that fun stuff. But that's definitely coming in the future. And of course, the weather's warming up, so I have a bunch of fun trips planned to really get these tires tested out. I've been in a few spots where I had zero issues at all. Even where it looked pretty nasty in deep mud, so I can't wait to see what these things can really do with a more extreme test. I am going to try to crank out a few videos this weekend, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys have a great Easter weekend. If this is your first time stopping by, please consider subscribing if you enjoy Toyota Tacoma content. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in the next video.